lesson 82 and 83, key signatures and minor scales. The key signature comes after the clef and before the time signature. The key signature is synonymous with scale's name. G major is both a scale and a key signature, meaning every F must be raised a half step with a sharp. So top of the scale, we notice that we have C major, has no sharps, no flats. Now C major, we need to use F natural, which is a low 2 or a low 1 on the E string. So C major is not our home key in violin. C major is the home key of piano. That's where you start because it's all white keys. On the violin, it actually is more challenging. So our home or most used key is D major. But here is the C major scale that we see at the top of page 90. So this is C, 3 fingers on G. I'm using an F natural, which is low 2. I'm going to stretch my 3 to G. Next, we have G major, which is 1 sharp. You'll notice that every note is made sharp. So G major is... Next, we have D major, and D major has 2 sharps. Every F and every C must be made sharp to make it work. And we have A major. So we'll start with A, and to make A major work, we need to make F a sharp, C a sharp, and G a sharp. So A major has 3 sharps, F, C, and G. So those are the major scales. Now we're going to learn about minor scales, lesson number 83. Every major scale has a relative minor. If you start 3 half steps lower using the same note names, you get a minor or a different sounding scale or mode. You'll notice that on page 91, that the key signature is the same, but the starting note is different. And just thinking ahead, so the minors actually have 3 versions. You have a natural minor, a melodic minor, and a harmonic minor. Right now, we're going to do a natural minor, meaning we're just going to stick to the key signature. So this is getting a little bit more technical than the purpose of this book, but just know that the minors have 3 versions. We have natural minor, which just means that you play exactly the notes that you see in the key signature. Melodic minor, you're going to raise the 6th and 7th note going up, but lower it coming down. It sounds really melodious, so it sounds like a melody, sounds really nice. And harmonic minor raises just the 7th note. Alrighty, so I'm going to play through the examples of 91. So C major, relative minor is A minor, meaning we're going to use the same notes, but we're going to start 3 half steps lower on A. So here's C major. I'm going to use the same notes, but I'm going to start down 3 half steps, or on A, and this is going to be A minor. Isn't it incredible that by simply changing the order of half and whole steps, we completely change the mood? All right, so here's G major. And if we're going to start 3 half steps lower, we're going to get E minor. So we're going to start with E, but use the same notes. Here's D major. And here's B minor. We're going to start 3 half steps lower with 2 on G. Last but not least, here's A major. And by starting 3 half steps lower, we get F sharp minor. Not sure if you noticed, but those minors needed some high 3s and low 2s and low 1s. So we haven't learned those yet. We're not going to get to that until book 3. But just know that the major keys, major scales, have relative minors, meaning using the same key signature, same notes and note alterations. By starting 3 half steps lower, you get a completely different scale. Although it's very similar, they're relative, but it sounds completely different. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.